Hi everybody, Fernando here. Today we're going to talk about materialism, consumerism, and minimalism. Stick around. Thank you for stopping by once again to watch this video about materialism, consumerism, and minimalism. Okay, I want to start with the story. Okay, my story is this. Imagine that you were going to a BMW dealership because you want to get yourself a luxury car. You go into the store and you have a specific model in mind, and the salesman tells you, we have exactly the car that you're looking for, but there's a catch on this car. You are in a BMW dealership. The model that you want, we have here in our dealership. It's the only one in the country, but there's a catch with this car. This car does not have the BMW logo on it. Outside, in the front, in the back, and also the front grille, the iconic BMW grille, doesn't have it. So people are not going to be able to notice you're driving a BMW. When you open the door, everything's BMW. Steering wheel has the logo, but when you're driving down the street, nobody will know you're driving a BMW. Now, question: will you get this car? If you're not getting the car, it means that you were buying the brand. You were not buying a means of transportation. So you were influenced to get the brand. And people may argue, well, but I need that car because that car is gonna get me girls, and that car is gonna get me friends, and people is gonna notice that I'm successful. The wrong people are gonna notice you are successful. The wrong people are gonna want to be your friends. The wrong girls are gonna want to date you, because if you start believing all the things that the brands, social media, TV, movies, everything that they tell you, you're gonna be a slave of consumption, and that's what they want. So if you read, for example, How to Make Friends and Influence People from Dale Carnegie, one of the most sold books in all times about influencing people, did he write about wearing brands and showing off? No. The way to influence people, according to him, is to listen, to be interested. So if you want to influence someone, all you have to do is listen to them, and you have to be confident in yourself. If they don't want to listen to you because you're not wearing brands, then just forget about them. They're not gonna take you anywhere. You can trust their character. You can trust their ability to become someone in the world. If they are only about brands, they have a very limited perception of life. Now imagine another example. You're saving money to buy a luxury watch. You want a Rolex. You go to the Rolex boutique. You have $20,000 that you saved, and you want to buy very specific model of a watch. And they tell you, we have this model right here in the store, and it's the only one in the country. And you are in a Rolex boutique. There is a catch on this watch. This watch that I'm gonna show you doesn't have the Rolex logo, the Rolex name outside. If you open the watch, you're gonna see all the pieces are generally Rolex. And we have all the papers, the box. I can tell you the name of the engineer that built this watch in Geneva, Switzerland. And you are an official Rolex boutique. So would you get a watch like that? You're gonna have to tell all your friends there you bought a Rolex but doesn't have the Rolex logo on it. Would you get the watch? If the answer is no, you're not getting the watch, you're getting the brand. Of course you're getting the brand. Who needs a mechanical watch in 2020? Nobody. So be careful with those things. I'm not telling that you should not get the luxury car, you should not get the luxury watch. What I'm telling you is that you should be careful of the way the brands try to manipulate you. If you're thinking about the BMW all the time, if you think about the Rolex watch all the time, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. You're obsessed with looking successful instead of actually being successful. And that's not the right definition of success. Success is do what you like and help other people with that thing that you like. That's the definition of success. To have freedom to do what you like for as much time as you want, to travel if you need, to get some rest if you need. That's the definition of success. Success is not wearing brands. So you have to be careful with this. Another thing that you have to be careful, I talk this often, about the lizard brain. We have a lizard brain that I call it the ego. And this little guy here, the ego, this stupid boy here, stupid ball, wants to judge everything, everyone. He wants instant gratification. It behaves like a spoiled child, and it has bursts of anger and sadness, but it's a primitive brain. If you are in a life or death situation, go for it, listen to it. It was made for survival. But modern society, we don't need that brain that much. Of course, it's a balance, but you need to shush it when it's necessary and let it play responsibly. So you need to use the developed parts of your brain to control your ego. And then you're gonna see, after having that control, you're gonna start seeing a new world. And you're gonna realize that you don't need that much. You don't need to buy a lot of things. You don't need to show off to everybody. By the way, who is everybody? Is everybody paying your bills? Is everybody giving thumbs up? That's it? You know? So be careful. You know, I'm not telling you to drop everything and become a monk. What I'm telling you is to be aware, because your life cannot be thinking about brands and materialistic things all the time. You know, you should have a balance, you know, but you should be talking more about the things that you like than talking about brands. Or you can at least use the brands to sell stuff and make money for you for your retirement. That's the way to see it. But anyway, when you start realizing that all these brands are trying to influence you all the time, then you become more self-aware, and you may be surrounded by people that live by brands and live with this materialistic minds and this materialistic lifestyle. But I'm gonna tell you something, you're gonna get tired. You know, there's a point that you're gonna get tired. They say that the only people that like to show off is the medium class and the new rich. So do you want to be the medium class and the new rich? No, you don't. You want to be old money. You know, you want to be the intellectual. You don't want to be around people that get manipulated. You don't want to be manipulated. You don't want to be walking with the masses, because most of the times the M is silent. So you want to be aware when people are trying to manipulate you, and they're trying to manipulate you all the time. Music, movie, social media, TV. I'm not telling you to stop enjoying those things. I'm just telling you to become aware they're trying to influence you. And that's better, you know? And if you realize you have a stupid brain here, the ego trying to get an instant gratification and trying to behave like a spoiled child, you're gonna start to controlling the ego, and you're gonna start trying to understand what the ego is trying to ask you, and then you can analyze what the ego is saying, and you can get to the roots, the cause of the problem. So, for example, it can be lack of confidence. It can be one of this one of the reasons that you're linked to materialism and buying brands. So it can be like you're running away from a problem that you don't want to deal with. So you're spoiling yourself and trying to forget to solve something that you need to solve. But the minute that you quiet the ego and you start understanding how it works and why is he behaving like that, you start digging into a deeper cause. And then you're gonna have more peace of mind, and you're gonna understand. Yeah, I'm not telling you to become a monk, but you're gonna have more balance. You're gonna have a lot more balance, and you can use all those things that are influencing you to influence others, and to to make your dreams come true. But just remember, if you are being manipulated and if you don't realize you're being manipulated, then there's little chance that you can make your dreams come true. All right, that's it for today, and I'll see you guys on the next video. See ya.